He's going to fire reload for 3. So he is playing invoked heroes, which means he had an elemental hero heat in his hand. I'm going to activate Dragon Ice here, infantry, force the Neos Fusion. He's going to normal summon Stratos, and now I get to Tretch him and destroy both, which is really cool. And that'll be the ball game there. So Dragon Ice putting in the work. What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris, and today I am proud to bring you guys my top 16 MCS 40 Water Xyz list. I just wanted to play the best deck, and I wanted to do well, and I did just that. Unfortunately, I got tretched into oblivion out of Top Cut by 3D, the winner of the event. Game 1 against 3D, I MST'd, tried to hit one of his 2 back row. One was Book of Moon, one was Tretch. I hit Book of Moon, and of course I could have won by playing through Book of Moon, but I could not win playing through Tretch, so he won that game on a 50-50, and then game 2, I cleared his board. I had Dweller with an infantry under it and a Gishki Chain on board, which would have been game on the following turn. Diva would not have won him the game. He had no cards on field or in hand. Diva would not have been a good top deck because Dweller could have just popped whatever it summoned. He had the top deck exactly Tretch, and he did. And I had stacked my deck with Gishki Chain, so I knew I was drawing Book of Moon, MST on the following turn, so no monster for 3 turns. So, unfortunately, I lost in top 16, but at least I can say I lost to the winner. So this was my spice. Dragon Ice was the spice. Rhymes, and it's very good. So, in the mirror match, if you draw this with infantry, and they go Diva Summon Infantry on their first turn, you can go activate Dragon Ice, discard Infantry, summon Dragon Ice, Infantry, target their other infantry to destroy it. Now they won't have a Dweller with a pop on your turn, and you have a big 1800 body. It's also 2200 defense, which crashes with Dweller, or ties with Dweller, so they can't beat over it, which is really cool. It's also very good against Blue Eyes because it allows you to go into Quarion Gandrax. Unfortunately, I did not get to do that this tournament. Sometimes like other plays were just better, or if I had the Dragon Ice, discard the infantry, that was just enough to game, so I didn't have to go into the Quarion Gandrax. Like against Blue Eyes, they go Summon Sage, Search Stone. They can like alt summon, and then you go Dragon Ice, discard infantry, pop the alt, and now they're just stuck with a Sage on the field. They have to have the ancient rolls to then summon the Blue Eyes, but at that point they just waste all their resources for the Spirit Dragon, and you just use 2, so you still have Dragon Ice on the field and 3 other cards. So it's very good. And again, if you only have Dragon Ice, it's kind of like Machina Fortress. You can just discard itself to summon itself in the graveyard, because it can summon itself from hand or grave anytime your opponent special summons a monster. So like, you can either discard something else to summon it, or just discard itself, which is really nice. So it's just a free body, free extension. If you have it on the field and you go summon Diva, and your opponent like Fiendish Chains the Diva, or like Ulti-Provs the Diva, or does something to get rid of the Diva, now you can extend through Tretch because you had 3 monsters on the field. So if you have like Dragon Ice, Diva, Angler in hand, you go summon the Dragon Ice on their turn. On your turn, you summon Diva. They like Tretch. You summon infantry. They Tretch you on the Diva and Dragon Ice, or the Dragon Ice and infantry, or they Tretch the infantry. Then you just special summon Silent Angler, use your skill, and you still make an Xyz through a Tretch, which is really cool. So this card was good all day. It was never bad. And the cool thing is when you use this on your opponent, you shock them, and now they're thinking about it all game, even if you side it out. So like, you hit them with it game 1, then you side it out, and now they're trying to play around it all match, even though you sided it out. So you make them play weird as soon as you reveal it. It's so good. And the fact that you can go into Quarion Gandrax with Dragon Ice and 2 Diva is awesome as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show that off because, again, once I just revealed this, it just put me in such an advantage that I didn't have to make Quarion Gandrax. So this was a list. I had 2 MST in the main as well. This is just to hit opposing Treacherous and turn it off for good. If I Cyclone it and banish the Treacherous, their other one is usable. But if I hit the Treacherous, or even better, if I hit a different trap, then I hit that trap and turn off their Treacherous. Round 3 against Masserreich, he Tretched my Fiendish Chain and also turned off my MST'd my Fiendish Chain and also turned off my Tretch in the process, which was just a game losing at that point. So it was rough. So this was definitely very good. As soon as Tretch gets hit, this might have other applications, but Cyclone might be back to being the better card. But this also doesn't cost life points, so that definitely comes up. Gishki Chain, this might be like weird to some of you people, but it stacks the deck for Diva essentially. So you have a 50% chance of opening Diva. If you don't open Diva and you see Gishki Chain, you then have a 50% chance of seeing Diva in the top 3 cards of your deck to then stack it on the top of your deck. It's also a level 4 Sea Serpent, so you can go like If your hand is like infantry, Gisky Chain, you can summon infantry, double summon chain, stack the deck, still make Dweller with a pop. So it's really cool. I was very fond of the list. I also went 6-1 today in Clan Wars with it. So I went 6-1 yesterday in Swiss, and then lost in top 16, and then went 6-1 today in Clan Wars with it. So very good list. I like it a lot. The second Hope Woven definitely comes up. So I was playing three Dweller, 1 Hope Woven before, but glad I switched to double Hope Woven because it came up in the Blue Eyes matchup. But yeah, just thank you guys for watching. Grab your coffees, like, comment, subscribe, and we're just gonna get into a Clan Wars replay that shows off Dragon Ice, and then try to get another Dragon Ice replay on the ladder. So stick around. Quick little video today. All right, so this is the game. So I went second up against an Invoke Neos player. I wasn't quite sure how this matchup would go because I didn't practice it and I didn't play it at all. But I mean, I knew what the deck did. It was Invoked Hero actually. So he sets 2 to start. I open double Diva. So normally into back row, I try not to go. If Diva's like my only play, I try not to summon Diva into 2 back row if I have no follow up. I just try to like play it slow and poke. But since I had 2 Diva, I knew I was safe to just go for it. So I go Diva summon infantry. He activates Karma Cut on the infantry. I was debating for a while whether I book a moon this infantry. But I figured, you know what, I have a follow-up Diva and a follow-up infantry, so I'd rather just hold the Book of Moon as another back row with my Tretch. So I discarded a shell, and I activate shell here, search it. Gonna set 1 back row, pass again. I draw the Dragon Ice, and I'm gonna go Diva into Marksman here, activate my skill, Territory of the Sharks. I have the Dragon Ice now with the infantry. So now I figure I'm just gonna try and push for game. There's no reason to commit this infantry here. And there's no reason to try and use infantry as Dweller if I have it with the Dragon Ice. So I'd rather just push for damage with Marksman, force him to answer this. He Book of Moons both here, and this turns out to be really good, because if he had Book of Mooned my Dweller with an infantry under it, I wouldn't have an infantry pop. But now he's going to activate Invoke Neos, or not Invoke Neos, he's going to activate Neos Fusion. And the Dragon Ice will force the Neos Fusion effect from the graveyard now. He's going to fire reload for 3, so he is playing Invoked Heroes, which means he had an Elemental Hero Heat in his hand. I'm going to activate Dragon Ice here, infantry, force the Neos Fusion. He's going to normal summon Stratos, and now I get to Tretch him and destroy both, which is really cool. And that'll be the ball game there. So Dragon Ice putting in the work. I had it as an 1800 beat stick. It would be 2300 Dweller. So any 2 attacks there was game. So just 1 Book of Moon wouldn't have saved him. So that's where the Dragon Ice came in handy there. And the cool thing is, like, once you reveal the Dragon Ice, now they're going to be playing around it all the rest of the match. So you can just take it out, but they don't know you take it out. So they just have to assume you have it sometimes. In which case you just never have it again. But they'll always be playing around it, which is the funny thing. So cool replay there. And let's just jump into ranked and try and get another replay with it. So stick around for that. All right, so we're up against another Blue Eyes. Good. Okay, so try to show off Dragon Ice again. We're going second this time. If I draw it, that'd be hot. I can maybe go for Quarion. Give me it. Oh, there it is. Cool. So I draw it on its own. If I draw a Diva, it's awesome. Like, okay, so in this situation, if I wasn't playing Dragon Ice, I'd be playing a second Fiendish Chain over it. So if this was Fiendish Chain, this hand would be okay still. He's going to special summon Dragon Rules. I'm going to activate Dragon Ice. If I had the infantry, it would be even better. But I am just going to Dragon Ice, discard itself to summon itself from the graveyard. Now I have a free body on the field. If I draw Diva, I can threaten Quarion Gandrax. He is going to make Spirit here. Okay. So he's going to have Spirit, Blue Eyes, and a back row. I have the Azure Eyes. Or I have the Book of Moon for the Azure Eyes, which is cool. To prevent him from summoning anything. And he flips it up, it'll go to face-up attack. So ideally I draw Diva here. Why would he Stone Effect? Why would he Stone Effect? Oh, that just makes it so much better for us. Yeah, that just makes it so much better for us. And he put the Spirit in attack? What the hell is going on? Does he think he's going second because I summoned Ice? He saw a card on my field. I guess he just assumed he was going second. I top decked the Diva too. Okay, oh, it might be Karma Cut face down, and he wants the Karma Cut. Okay, so I'm going to go Diva. Activate Diva effect to see if he does anything. Ultiprov. Interesting. Okay. So now, because this is a body and not a Fiendish Chain, now I can continue my extension. I can continue my plays because I have Angler. I can make Hope Woven, right? I make Hope Woven. I attempt to attack over the Spirit Dragon. Now he's forced to summon Azure Eyes. And when he summons Azure Eyes, I flip it face down with Book of Moon. Now, because the Azure Eyes is face down, on his following turn, he cannot summon anything with it. And if he summons it, if he wants to get it back up face up, he'll have to put it in attack mode, in which case Hope Woven can beat over it. So this is very, very good for us. Dragon Ice putting in the work here. I am not going to use Hope Woven effect. I'd rather just hold it because this I can attack over it anyway. Activate Spirit Dragon. There's absolutely no reason to not activate Spirit. What is he doing? Okay, so he's trying to be coy. He's playing. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what we did there, or what he did there. Again, same scenario. So if he summoned the Azure Eyes, he'd have an Azure Eyes face down right now. He could flip it back face up. We could beat over it. We have Attack Squad for extra damage. So that was the game there. He didn't draw anything useful. He would have an Azure Eyes in attack position. On our turn, we had a draw for turn. We had Attack Squad to make it at 22. We beat over the Azure Eyes for 11, and then we attack for 22. We have a Book of Moon and another draw. So Dragon Eyes doing all the work there. We could have gone for Quarion if we wanted. If he had left the stone in the graveyard and summoned a Blue Eyes from the deck, we'd absolutely go for Quarion there, or attempt to. He wouldn't have the Ultimate Providence because he didn't have a card in hand. So we'd go Quarion, banish the stone in the grave, the Blue Eyes on the field, and then target the Spirit. He'd chain Spirit to summon Azure Eyes. Then we'd chain Book of Moon, and then same scenario. So now we have the Quarion on the field. In defense, he has the Azure Eyes face down. He can't summon anything with it. Even if it was face up, he wouldn't have anything in the graveyard because we banished it all with Quarion. So no matter what the scenario was there, we won because of Dragon Ice. So that is what Dragon Ice can do. I wish I actually got to show you guys Quarion, but he did ulti-prob the Diva. But that's the deck. Just a quick little video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your coffee. I'll catch you guys in the next one.